What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 1 of season 1 of Sakamoto Days. We're going to be talking full spoilers ahead, so hopefully you've watched this episode and we'll do a real quick recap. The story is pretty straightforward. Sakamoto was the best hitman ever. We're told in the beginning of the show. We see scene of him just going through and just killing everybody. We get a quick explanation that he basically met the right person, retired for her, and had a family, and is now living his Sakamoto Days out in a store that he owns, and he has gotten older and gained some weight living the family life. An old, what would you call him? Partner, yeah. That he worked with like 5 years ago. Shin, who's a clairvoyant, he can hear what people are thinking, which is really interesting. Comes to basically see if he's still the man he used to be, if he'll come back to the life, or if seeing what he's up to and where he's at. He realizes Sakamoto's sticking to this and he's not coming back, so he reports that to his higher up guy, whoever I don't even remember the guy's name or whatever, the boss, yeah. And the boss basically tells him that if he's not coming back, he's got to get killed, and Shin needs to do it, and if Shin doesn't do it, somebody else will. So Shin romanticizing the days of Sakamoto, but also back in the day, but also in a quick scene where he that didn't even happen yet. He basically runs it through his head. He's like, if somebody else is going to do it, I'll just do it. So he goes in there. He goes to attack him basically with a silenced pistol, and Sakamoto easily dispatches him without killing him, knocks him out, uses a bunch of stuff at his disposal in the store to stop his attack, thwart it. Shin, assuming he's just going to die now, because why would he ever have attacked, the greatest hitman ever, wakes up in Sakamoto's house and is fed by his family, realizes why Sakamoto has left the life, and sympathizes with that, tries to convince his boss that they shouldn't kill Sakamoto, and his boss gives him an option. Basically, if he blows his own brains out, he'll spare Sakamoto's life. But because Shin is a clairvoyant, he hears that he's not going to do what he's saying. So Shin decides to fight his way out of the warehouse that he's having this meeting at. Sakamoto, when he knocked out Shin, put a bug on him to hear and track basically what he's up to, and opens up a crazy arsenal of weapons, very Batman, very John Wick style. Grabs just a taser, a stun gun, and basically goes and assists Shin. Worth mentioning, Shin is hearing people's thoughts as he's fighting them, which is giving him an edge in combat, but he's running out of ammo, resources, and Sakamoto comes in and saves him, basically. Zaps some people, but we realize he's still very much willing to kill people, because he just fillets some people in there. He's also able to block bullets, catch bullets, all sorts of shit. This dude's crazy. And so him and Shin have a quick back and forth, and basically Sakamoto's already decided that not only is he also going to retire, he's going to come work for him at his store, and Shin does that. He is offered a wage and overtime, stuff like that, and goes and works at Sakamoto's store, where he's adjusting to a more relaxed lifestyle than his prior one. Did anything else happen in the episode that was worth mentioning?
Just that the little kid who likes to hang out around the store and hang out with Sakamoto's daughter is a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, and that guy was going to punch him, and Sakamoto stopped him, but we got two little scenes of what he would have done in a past life, basically, in his past life.
What he was thinking about doing.
Yeah, what he would have done, if it wasn't for, his new life, his family, all that stuff. So, although in those scenes I was like, that's what he would have done. But then we saw it later in the episode, he will kill people still. So he's still very much willing to do that. Thoughts on this first episode?
Yeah, I'll start with the OP and the ED. The OP was okay.
I liked it.
I like the artist. The song might need a moment to grow on me. It's always hard when you first hear stuff sometimes.
That one was actually pretty easy. Like, I don't love it, but like I actually thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, well, they did one of my favorite Chainsaw Man songs, so I was expecting to like it. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But we'll see. Sometimes first listens aren't good for me, so I'll get back to you on that. I didn't hate it though. It was fine. And then as an OP, I also felt it was fine.
I liked how chill it was because it kind of gives like the vibe of basically Sakamoto's life now, but gives those little hints of the past. So it's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then the ED was a little on the boring side for me. It's a lot of like just still pictures and a very chill song.
Very old school.
It's very like by the numbers basically. So,
yeah.
Getting into the show itself, I like the art style. It has a little bit of an older like anime look to it.
The whole time watching it, the premise, the whole Hitman thing, which takes me back to like Hitman stuff of the 90s, and the art style all gives me like a 90s vibe. It's really weird.
Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of an older vibe. It also is a very stereotypical like assassin tale, which isn't a bad thing. It just they kind of went with that and then gave it some extremes, which is obviously the flavor we're going to get with the show. I like how ridiculous Sakamoto is in his flashbacks. He's like basically John Wick on crack.
He's Gojo. Like, he's just impossible to kill.
Yeah. And then as a father now and retired, he has not lost any of that apparently, which, man, I wish I could move like I used to. So
I can move pretty decent still.
Yeah, the scenes are done really well, I think, where we get these moments of him kind of like giving us a hint of like who he still is in skill, but then with the flashback, or not the flashbacks, the thoughts of like what he would do, he was thinking of doing, and then obviously what he ends up actually doing because he's more restrained now, especially his family's around, it's his house and stuff. So the cast so far is fun. I was a little worried with the blonde guy at first because he looks kind of generic, but he turned out to be better than I was expecting, which is good.
Yeah, it's really weird. The whole show has like a very specific art style, but he's so different looking than everybody else.
Yeah, his face design's also, he's got like a really like small face.
Yeah, he's kind of weird looking. Like if the whole show looked like that, I don't know if I'd be into the art style, but I do like how everybody else looks. So it's like, I don't know if there's a specific, maybe because he's clairvoyant, they drew him a certain way. I don't know, but
when he stands out, obviously.
Yeah, so. Well, he definitely looks like a main character, but I'm not a huge fan of his design.
Yeah,
but everybody else I think looks really cool. So
yeah, and a little bit of like teasing. Obviously, we've seen the credits of other characters; they're very unique looking as well. Don't know anything about them yet, but I'm sure they will be coming.
And all their designs look cool to me too. So it's just like,
yeah, he's kind of a one-off. The family is super adorable. The mom and the daughter are very cute. Lovey-dovey family. Like they really push in the why he left the life, thing with that.
Also, the contrast of his current life and his past life are like completely different, completely opposites.
And then the little brat kid. I hope he sticks around to constantly cause problems because he makes very awkward situations, which I think is fun, especially with the customer that came in and got the black ink all over his pants. The kid was just klutz, and that was such a very much an accidental situation, and obviously it gave us the moment with Sakamoto quickly dispatching,
hinting at his aura. He's got aura.
Yeah. But overall, it's a fun show. I can't wait to see where it goes. They kind of give us a taste of what we're in store for with him basically having not left with any form of like permission. So I assume more people will be coming after him.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to get a John Wick situation.
Exactly.
Where everybody's going to be after him, but obviously there's going to be a comedic element to it, and he's going to have to balance that with his
and him being
actual life.
God and catching bullets with chopsticks and stuff. So
yeah, I'm not worried about him. I'm sure they'll offer some things in the show that might make you go, ooh, what's going to happen? But obviously it kind of reminds me of like One Punch Man season 1 a little bit of definitely. Like there's just a solution to everything and it's punch shit.
Yeah, you're watching for fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This feels like that where it's just like he's untouchable, but what's going to happen? What kind of crazy thing is he going to do? How's he going to balance this?
Is it going to be?
Yeah. So it's
And
an
then
interesting
also
precedent.
like the surrounding cast, because they are gonna struggle. You know, it's the same thing in One Punch Man. Like everyone else in the world has their story arcs and their struggles and like are normal people, and then yeah, he's invincible. So it'll be a similar vibe, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting premise. So I'm also curious where it goes. Anything else? I really liked it. I liked the art style. I think it's kind of weird how they do this. Like it's like a filter or something over the animation that has like this weird texture to it. I noticed it multiple times, but it's not bad. It's just interesting. And then we already talked about Shin's design. He just looks kind of like different than everybody else.
Right.
Not in a bad way. He's just like noticeable. But otherwise, I really like the art style. It's very very kind of simplistic and kind of, like I said, kind of reminds me of like 90s style. I don't know. Something about it just seems kind of like old school. Also, the premise of him being a hitman kind of takes me back to like some of those 90s hitman movies and stuff that I used to watch. The premise is fun. I like the idea that, you know, he's this like crazy, talented hitman that's just kind of hiding out and, you know, simple life. The episode I appreciate was very straightforward and simple. It's just like, hey, he left. He wasn't supposed to leave. This guy he used to work with, which I'm sure we'll probably get some more flashbacks of, you know, their story, but was the guy tasked to take him out, and was kind of the wrong guy to send because he obviously looks up to Sakamoto and thinks he's like the coolest dude ever. Even that he's old and fat, he thought he was still awesome because he showed his abilities.
Like pruning trees and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. All these like little odd jobs, turning one ball into two balls. Like I don't even fucking get it.
How's that work?
Yeah. So once that happened, I'm like, this show is just completely like it's not even interested in making sense.
Yeah.
So that's
has its
fine.
own rules.
It's just fun. That's cool.
Yeah.
Also, that Shin's just like clairvoyant. Like in this world, there can be people who can do that. So rules are established. I got it. Whatever. They're doing whatever they want. The action is creative and fun to watch. The animation is decent, but the scenes and choreography I think were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even though it happens really fast, there's a lot of scenes. There's like boom, 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 boom. I think like the angles and like how they got creative with even how Sakamoto's feet are moving before he kicks Shin like in the head through a bunch of
The quick slow-mos. Yeah.
Those kind of build those impacts. So I like the way that they're kind of designing these scenes. So yeah, and then all the gun stuff is interesting considering Sakamoto can just like not get hit with bullets. So
Just take apart a gun real fast.
yeah, which was cool the way he did it. Also, when he sliced the end off the one gun, like don't fight Sakamoto because like you can't kill him, I guess, which is good. He's got a family. I don't want him to die. Yeah, I thought the humor was good. I also kind of liked the kind of like charm of just like the family stuff. It's fun, even though, like I said, that contrast is really interesting. He's still willing to murder people, so it's kind of scary. But yeah, overall, I really liked it. I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm really curious to see where it goes. You know, we've speculated already where it probably will go, but specifically, I don't know, you know, where the story arc will go. I don't know if it's going to stay like, you know, fun episodic episodes that are like this, or if we'll get into some kind of deeper arc or not. I have no idea. But, and if you know, please don't tell us. I don't know if this come from a manga.
Yeah.
Most animes do, but sometimes they're originals. So
yeah.
So yeah, if you know, please do not tell us. And yeah, looking forward to the next episode. Definitely will be doing episodic reviews of this, unless it just gets bad. But so far, it's not. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, anything else?
It's a fun time.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys think about Sakamoto Days. What were some of your favorite parts about it? Maybe least favorite parts. You got some complaints, possibly. That's fine. Welcome here. And are you looking forward to new episodes? Where do you think it's going to go? Unless you know, please don't tell us. And who are your favorite characters so far? Favorite scenes? And who could beat Sakamoto? Nobody. Maybe Gojo. That's about it. Let's see that. Let's see Gojo and fucking Sakamoto go at it. And then, yeah, we are going to be. We just did Ranma Half season review. So if you watch Ranma Half, the new Mappa 1, we did our season review of that. So if you want to hear our thoughts on that and our grades, our final grades on that, check that out. And we also are going to start watching Solo Leveling. So season 2. We've already done season 1 if you're curious about our reviews. So I think we did episodic reviews of that.
I think so.
And we'll be doing episodic reviews of Solo Leveling Season 2. So stay tuned for that. And of course, recommendations, if you have any, let us know, and we might get to that. There's so many things to watch out there. Maybe it'll be easier if you guys help us prioritize some, especially with all these seasonal ones that are happening. You have to fill me in on everything. So I'm just like, yeah, that one looks cool, that one looks cool, and then you watch like the other 12. But yeah, I've been Seth, this has been Chevy. Until the next episode, we will talk to you guys later.